Well, in tonight's top story, two men from Greenwood behind bars tonight after the FBI raided a home in the Hunters Creek subdivision of Greenwood, along with multiple businesses across the Palmetto State, including a local Dairy Queen. It happened around 9 this morning, and officials confirmed crews from the FBI, SLED, and Department of Homeland Security were out searching into the afternoon.
The two men arrested have not been identified, and the FBI won't say why the raids were carried out. The Bureau says, though, terrorism was not involved. As you can imagine, though, neighbors pretty shaken up, and Matt, that entire community really want to know what in the world went down there this morning.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Cody, Tori. In total, the FBI tells me they raided two businesses. You mentioned the Dairy Queen here in Greenwood and also another convenience store all the way out in Orangeburg. But there was a lot of commotion this morning right here at this house. This is in Oakmont Circle, where neighbors tell me they were surprised and a little afraid to be woken up by a caravan of law enforcement vehicles and crime tape this morning.
Around 9 a.m. Wednesday, Kennedy Reynolds says a strange sound outside his home snapped him out of his morning routine.
I noticed a lot of traffic coming by my house, and normally I know all of my neighbors when we coming and going. Something didn't seem right to me.
When he walked out of his kitchen and peeked up the road, he says he certainly didn't expect to see this.
I knew something that was going on because it wouldn't take that many cars to come out to like it's something I'd had a misunderstanding.
This video shot by a resident tells the story. A large search party raiding the home of his neighbor was at his doorstep.
And they stayed all day mostly.
FBI officials confirm two men are now behind bars. The Bureau says their agents, with the help of SLED and DHS, raided this home in Oakmont Circle along with the Dairy Queen off the 217 bypass.
It's kind of scary.
At this point, it's not clear what agents were searching for at either place or why the men were arrested. But the field office in Columbia does say they also raided a quick pantry in Orangeburg related to their activity in Greenwood.
When something like this happens, you know, it's kind of like put a bad taste in your mouth because you just look at your neighbors every day and you just say, wow, I just can't believe this happened.
Reynolds says he knew his neighbors, whom he describes as quiet, and never saw this coming.
I always speak to them, they speak to me, and I just didn't ever know nothing like this would take place.
That's why he says this was so shocking to everyone.
We want to know what's going on because we live here.
Right now, he says he and his neighbors are just waiting to find out more about what brought the feds to their street.
I just hope everybody can just look at the neighborhood, you know, like we always did.
So the FBI field office in Columbia tells me that those two men who were arrested will have their first appearance in court in Columbia tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. At that time, they tell me we will know who they are and what they're charged with. In Greenwood tonight, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.